hearing the experience of this Dutch guy I met at Kinloch Hugh, I gave these cows a wide berth. He met a different set of cows, but they chased him and he had to escape up a tree to get away from them. I'm about to cross the river to head up to the Falls of Glomash. It's a steep climb on a narrow track up to the falls. Time is 5:30 and I've decided to make camp on the side of a hill on the descent down to Doris Duane Wood and then Morvich. Still maybe about 5 kilometres to Morvich, I think. But decided to make it a day and wild camp rather than stay before the caravans. Nice spot, there's a waterfall on the other side of the valley and right beside the track. So I'll get up early tomorrow morning and continue into Morvich and then to Shieldbridge. Time is 8:10 and light is now fading fast. It'll soon be dark. It's also just started to rain, still a bit of wind. Ride down the hill a bit, so I've just tried rearranging myself to get away from the tent walls in case the sleeping bag gets wet. The time is about 5:30 AM on 11 September. As I've said, not the best campsite I've ever selected. It's on the side of a hill. There's a significant slope running downhill that way, and I've used the pack to sort of try and level it a little bit and to provide resistance to stop me rolling down the hill. The wind has been blowing from this direction, and there's been intermittent rain squalls coming in. It gets windy for a while and then rain, and then quietens down and then repeats itself. Did manage to sleep, so it's now time to get up and get early start so I can get to Shield Bridge. The tents remain dry inside, except where the wind has blown. I think water's come through the outer but failed to penetrate the inner. There's a big damp spot right to my side here, over here. I'll point it out when I finish talking. Other than that, everything's fine. Have breakfast and then pack up. Wind has blown the outer into contact with the inner. Definitely wind involved and contact between outer and inner. Ground sheet out under the sleeping mat, so that's dry, but if I peel back the ground sheet, where the pressure's been, water's seeped through the ground, the floor of the tent. So I should add, it's a nice 15 degrees Celsius inside the tent. Don't know what it is outside. I think I'll measure that now. Temperature on the MEC thermometer is saying about 7 degrees outside. The weather station is also in agreement, and it's saying pressure is 972. So I guess that's the reason for the bad weather. Yellow brick is showing 84% capacity, so it hasn't been charged now for some weeks, certainly since before coming to the UK, and it's just started to rain again. Guy has slackened. 7:15 and I'm leaving for Morvich. That valley. I stock up with some more supplies at the service station shop at Shield Bridge. It does not have much in the way of what I wanted. Also talked to Nisha on the phone in Australia. The track out of Shield Bridge is very muddy. After crossing the river, it's a long slog up to the pass, which is at 496 metres. As I climbed higher, the wind strength was getting stronger. After the pass, the track continues along the ridge line, climbing even higher, up to about 620 metres. It was really blowing a hoolie up the top. Very scary. One strong gust of wind blew me sideways 1.5 metres and almost over a 2 metre drop. With the time already past 3 p.m, I thought I would pitch the tent and camp overnight just down on the lee side of the ridge. However, a gust of wind broke the pole of the tent and I beat a quick retreat down the hillside and along the way slipped in the mud on the downhill and landed on my backside, breaking one of the walking poles in the process. So I beat a quick retreat back to Shield Bridge. Well, in case you're wondering why the change in continuity, position, last recorded video was climbing up the mountain on the way to Kinlochhorn. Was getting nice pictures, and then when I approached the top of the mountain, the wind was gusting very strong. I was in danger of being blown sideways. Went very close to being blown over a 4-foot drop. So I decided that I would drop down in altitude off the ridge line. Had to cross a 600 metre and more mountain to get over into the Kinlochhorn side. And it was about a bit after 3 p.m. when I was at the top and suffering from the effects of the gale force wind. I thought I would drop down on the leeward side below the ridge line and try and make camp. I successfully erected the tent, but was not very happy with the effect of the wind on the tent. It would have been a very uncomfortable spot to be camping, and was about to pull it down again when a big gust flattened the tent and I heard one of the tent poles snap